Hello Spartans, my name is CloudStalker, and in today's video I really want to talk about something that is extremely important to me. As most of you already know, Halo Infinite Multiplayer launched in a free-to-play format, which is going to be supported for the many years coming down the line. But for it to be a staple in the FPS gaming market in today's modern era, it desperately needs some things added to it or tweaked within the game, simply to stay competitive with the rest of the pack. Now, a lot of the things that I'm going to mention are extremely frustrating to a significant amount of the player base, which includes me, as a lot of these things are quite basically essential features that most games today have. Yes, I know that Halo Infinite just launched, but it's important to raise our voices now rather than later, so that these features can come as soon as possible. So, starting from the most important issue at hand, Halo Infinite Multiplayer, quite bizarrely, is missing a server selector or ping limiter, a feature that has existed in previous editions of the game and also found in most games these days. Now, this is something that has, to my knowledge of lurking around Reddit, really affected the Asian, Oceanic, and African communities the most at finding games with acceptable latency. I can also personally attest to this, as I reside within Asia and it's incredibly annoying to play a ranked game with the unstable latency icon constantly blowing up in the corner. The way the current system works is that the game tries to find a match as soon as possible, which is great, but it doesn't seem to look at the ping parameters. Hence, people from the Asian, Oceanic, and African regions seem to end up in servers which are much further away from them, generally in NA due to it having the largest player base, even though each of these regions have servers closer to them, or in fact right within their regions. There is a way to bypass this system, but it's not perfect, as it has its own fair share of issues. Reddit user Skiddingtons posted a way to block other servers that you don't wish to connect to by copy-pasting the following entries corresponding to the servers Microsoft uses geographically into the host file in Windows. The servers you do wish to join to are then left out of the entries. Please note that this can block other services beyond Halo Infinite, as many people have been unable to use their Gamepass or other applications, so once you're done with playing, it's best to revert these settings. I shall leave a link below for those of you who are interested in learning about it in more detail, or wish to learn the method of doing it on the Xbox. So even with a bypass, which is still quite troublesome for many to use, I genuinely hope that a server selector or a ping limiter is introduced quickly, as I know quite a few people, including myself, who just end up getting demoralized after getting 200 ping latency servers 5 times in a row, and only end up getting to quit the game in sheer disappointment. The second spot on the list, which is quite keenly related to our last topic, is the Reconnect and Remake option. In online gaming, disconnecting from a match to this day can end up happening through game crashes, bugs that don't allow you to enter the match, or simply have you stuck in an endless loop on the loading screen. The list is honestly endless, so it's very surprising for me to see that the game does not have a reconnect button in ranked games primarily. And to save the handicapped team a terrible onslaught, Halo definitely needs a remake button for the match to automatically cancel itself if a player is unable to join or disconnects from the game within the first minute of the match starting. Especially because Halo Infinite is quite new, so there are quite a few bugs that still need ironing out. The Reconnect feature is definitely essential to the game. If not essential, it's a big quality of life improvement for ranked games in general, and would be immensely appreciated by the player base. Moving on to the next problem at hand is probably something only players with high mouse sensitivity are going to relate to, and that is zoom sensitivities being capped. Just to let it out there, I am someone who has played with high sensitivity my entire life, and Halo absolutely punishes players like me for it. If you're someone who picks up the sniper and suddenly feels like your hands have ended up becoming jello, it's not just you. The main culprit for this is that Halo Infinite uses a different sensitivity for each zoom level. Most of you might like that extra control you get in this area, and I totally agree with this sentiment. I really do. However, having those zoom sensitivities capped at a certain point is honestly incredibly stupid and horrendous. To my knowledge, no other game does this. Right at the top of my head, I imagine this is a bug. It makes zero sense to cap these. I really want them to fix this, or let alone give us a button to have all zoom profiles follow the main mouse sensitivity provided. Please 343, I literally played the whole game and got to Diamond 4 without zooming in once. Well, I did try, but it obviously just messed up my aim incredibly. It is one of the main reasons I don't even pick up the sniper, and I absolutely love sniping. It's my main jam in every FPS game. Please fix this. Finally, the last thing that I wish to talk about is something that isn't exactly game breaking, but more about giving players some satisfaction with their Spartans. If you have been following the news about Halo, you know how hard a lot of the player base have been hitting out on the harsh monetizations on customizing their Spartans, which in most parts is very valid. Besides the small, crazy, toxic minority who are spewing venom, the game definitely needs a lot of work in that area, and a lot of people are being vocal about it for good reason. I feel that one additional reason besides many as to why Halo feels so harshly pinned on that dagger is because this game has no other personal bar for our own time spent on this game. There is no account leveling or any sort of path to show the dedication you have played this game for. The only system we have so far is the Battle Pass, and that is a paid system. I know it's a small thing, but to players it's something that makes them feel good inside, and to some, it's everything they play for. CSGO uses medals to portray time spent in the game, Overwatch had its own border leveling changing system, Apex with their own leveling system, Valorant with their own thing, the list just goes on. Halo Infinite needs to give players a personal progression path with rewards besides the Battle Pass. I do like the additional free skins you get by doing the ultimate challenges, but there needs to be a system built around our own accounts with our own personal progression. In many ways, you have nothing to show for all the years of playing Halo. As I already said, I know it's something that feels small and insignificant, but personally I think it has a huge effect on the player itself. And I do hope the guys at 343 are looking at the system and ways to improve it, as there is a long journey to be had here, and this is only just the beginning. But you have to make the beginning count. That will be all from me. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to help me grow my channel, and have a wonderful day. Take care.